Okay, good afternoon folks and welcome back to the channel. You joined me here on a very cold and wet day in my bike workshop. It is the 30th of November and we're going to be unboxing my new mountain bike today. Mountain bike is from On1. For you that don't know what the company On1, then I'll tell you more about that later in the video. But first, let's get this thing out the box. So as you can see guys, the bike is now out of the box and on my bike stand. You probably don't need a bike stand to actually do this, but I've got one anyway, so it's going to make my life a lot easier. It was very well packed in the box. I've had a look and I can't see any damage so far, so fingers crossed. It's going to be fairly straightforward to put together actually. It's just a case of handlebars on, front wheel in. I've put the seat post already in so I could get it on a bike stand, and then my gears might need a wee bit of tweaking, but that'll not be an issue. So hit that time lapse. So I think On1 must have shares in bubble wrap because there was a ridiculous amount of bubble wrap on this bike. But probably good to have so much because it's better having loads of bubble wrap in it than the bike arriving all scratched. So that is the bike set up, as you can see. I'll probably have to do a few tweaks with the brakes and that. I was just having a play around with the gears there, and they're pretty smooth, so fair play to On1, they got it spot on. Company On1, it's kind of like, you've probably heard of Planet X. They're kind of like the same company. They build bikes down in Sheffield in England, so keeping it local. What else? So On1 is kind of more their like mountain bikes and gravel bikes, and Planet X is their road bikes. My road bike is Planet X. I'll show you guys that in a bit. So the reason why I wanted to get a new mountain bike was because I've always wanted to get a one by. One by is just kind of one gear ring in the front. My old one had two. I've never actually ridden a one by, and it's got 12 gears in the back, so that's a fair old amount of gears. So this is the On1 Scandal, as you can see. I got it in matte black. You can get it in orange as well, but I chose to go with matte black. Normally when you buy either Planet X or On1 bike, you can customize it to suit you. You can change the gears, you can change the brakes, you can change the wheels, but just now the only thing you can customise is a bottle cage and different pedals. I never customised any of that because I've got my own pedals to put on this bike. With this global pandemic going on, there's been a massive shortage of bike parts and bikes. I mean, I wanted to get a dropper post fitted, but they didn't have the dropper post I wanted in stock, and by the looks of it, I'm probably not going to get that dropper post this year. It's probably going to be January, February time before I can get the dropper post I want in stock. So I'm not going to go into too much details or specs on the bike because I'll probably be speaking in French to some of you. I understand that nobody's into bikes and I'll know what I'm speaking about. So I'll probably do my first thoughts ride on this bike. That will not be happening today because it is absolutely blowing a hoolie and chucking it down my rain. So hopefully get out on this bike tomorrow. So some of you will probably be wondering, wait a minute Puds, how the heck can you go that bike? It's not got no pedals. That's just simply because I'm not good on a bike. I find it a lot easier without pedals. Nah, I'm just joking. If you buy like I wouldn't say higher end because this is definitely not higher end, but this is called a mid-range bike. You kind of buy like a mid-range bike, you'll find a lot of them won't come with pedals because a lot of guys use clipless pedals. So obviously you can clip your shoe into the pedals. I've not got confidence yet to do that with my mountain bike. I do on my road bike. I've got cleats and clipless pedals on my road bike, but I ain't got confidence yet to do that on a mountain bike, just simply because if you fall off it can go quite wrong. So if you're just starting out mountain biking, I wouldn't recommend going straight into cleats and clipless pedals. So I'll show you the pedals that I've got. These pedals I just got from Wiggle. They're nuke proof pedals. Don't know if they're any good or no, I'm sure time will tell. So I'll just get them onto the bike. So guys, that is the bike now made. Like I say, I'll obviously hate to adjust my seat post. I think the brakes are needing a wee bit tweaked there. They're feeling very soft. So that's it. Obviously, like I say, I will be giving you my first thoughts and reviews on this bike, but like I say, not today. But can we just take a second to appreciate the sound of the free hub on this bike. That probably sounds like a broken bike to some of you, but if you're into your mountain biking and road biking, then that is like bike porn, that sound. So yeah, just thingy. So I'll show you my road bike now because I've spoke about it in the last thing and I'm sure you're all dying to see it, so I'll throw it up in the stand. So guys, this is the road bike. So this is the reason obviously for the mountain bike, because being full carbon and still looking in brand new condition, there's no way I'm taking it out in a salty roads. So it's been locked away now for a few months. Next year there's hopefully it goes ahead. It was cancelled this year obviously due to obvious reasons, but I'm doing a ride in the north next year, 180 kilometres, which is about 120 miles. There was smaller ones I could do, but me being the Bald Hero, and you've go all out, you know, go hard or go home, that kind of style. So that's I don't know if you can pick it up and thingy, but obviously these pedals look a lot different to the ones on my mountain bike. Pretty much nothing to them, so that's it. And this has got a, wait to hear this. Music to my ears. So hopefully I'll pick this video up tomorrow, guys, so see you tomorrow. So it's now day 2 of this vlog, guys. It's absolutely freezing today, but I've just decided to go with it anyway, because if I leave it any longer it'll probably start raining. So today I'm going out on my new bike for the first time, and I'll tell you guys my thoughts in a way. This is not going to be a bike review vlog because I'm not really in a position to be reviewing bikes, but what I am going to do is I'm going to compare my new bike here to my old bike, because my old mountain bike was a Specialized. I paid £900 for it, and I feel like Specialized can just put out really budget bikes and charge a lot extra for what they're actually worth, because that Specialized that I had was pretty basic. The components on it were pretty much as low as you can get, really. As with this bike, it was a little bit more expensive than the Specialized, but I feel you're getting a lot more value, if that makes sense, for this bike. So I just think because Specialized got, like, I'm not slagging Specialized do make great bikes, but I just feel with that one, just because they are the big name company, that they can just charge whatever for their bikes. With us On One and Planet X, well, I can't say too much about this bike so far. I've ridden it about a wee while and it feels really good, but with my Planet X road bike, I mean, I just love that bike. Well, it didn't take long to get the new bike dubby, that's for sure. Thing's covered in dubs already. Here's me saying I doubt to get my 3-year-old bike dirty, and now my brand spanking new mountain bike's cluttered in dubs, but that's what it's for. So I never actually told you where. I never actually told you where I was going today on the bike. I'm just doing the same route as I did the last time I vlogged on the bike. Yeah, so I've done it quite a lot, so it's probably the best comparison I can get on the two bikes, because as I say, I'm not really in a position to be reviewing bikes. So yeah, I'm just going to tell you my thoughts and the difference between my new mountain bike and my old mountain bike. So it'll be interesting to see how we get on. We mind that steep hill I was telling you about in the last vlog, couldn't get up it. Be interesting to see how this bike does, but I actually think that that's a rider issue and not a bike issue. I don't think I'd be able to get up that hill with a bike that costs 10 grand, let alone £1,200. So I'll catch you in a bit. Right, okay guys, so I'm just coming up to this big steep hill that you'll see in a minute. You'll probably get a laugh out of this because I'm not feeling overconfident that I'm getting managed it, but God loves a trial. I was hoping it wouldn't be so wet up here with the frost on the road. I thought everything would be hard, but no. everything is right there. This bit here, I could never get up, and I still can't get up. You Dean puds. Right. But this isn't the steep hill. It gets steeper. Oh, can't wait to get a dropper post fitted to this bike. Right. Jesus, this is comedy gold. No, the purpose of this vlog is nay to see how many times I need to get off my bike and push it. We're away. Oh God. Right, we're coming up to the bit in a minute that I always fall off. I may fall off, but you get what I mean. Right, Jesus, GoPro's bouncing about. Can you see that? Hill, that's a hill. Probably doesn't look steep. Oh. It's not the steepness, it's the friggin' slidey tree roots. Come on, Jesus. No making excuses, guys, but my seat's a little too high for starting off on hills like this. Oh, come on, come on, come on. God. Ah. No, I think it's not going to happen, guys. It does feel a little bit easier, I think. It definitely does. I think if it was obviously drier and I could get my seat down a little bit, because even like I couldn't do this before with my old bike. You know, we've actually came up a little bit. I'm tempted, I'm determined to do it, but obviously I doubt I'd be spending all day climbing up this hill. Come on. See, it definitely feels easier. Well, not easier, but you know what I mean. I mean, oh, guys. Nah, guys, I genuinely think if it was a little bit drier, I could actually do this hill on this bike. I could actually, if I put my seat post down, it probably would make it easier, but I can't be bothered getting my Allen keys out of my bag. Oh, Jesus, we're in a bush now. Right, okay guys, I think that's it. I'm just going to push the bike the rest of the way up. So we're at the top of this hill now, guys. The last time I seen you up this hill, you couldn't see much because it was very cloudy. But as you've seen, I pushed it the rest of the way up that big steep hill. But coming up this hill here, it was climbing quite well. That 12 speed gearing on the back is a fair beast actually. When I bought this bike, I was quite worried that it wasn't going to be like very fast on the road, because obviously I'm on the road with it quite a lot, but so far it's decent. For £1,200 I think you're getting a really good bike for your money. But one thing I am going to change on this bike is this seat. I think it's actually made of stone, or that's what it feels like anyway. I know there'll probably be some of these. Sometimes if the seat feels uncomfy, it is not always the seat. It's not always the seat. It can be the position of your seat. But I measured my the seating position on my old bike, and I've done it the same, and it's kind of the same reach as well. So I think it really is a seat, but a seat's kind of a personal thing, guys, so you really do need to have a comfy seat. So I'll be taking the seat off my old mountain bike and putting it onto this one. And now for, well, we've got to begin doing some downhill now. Like I say, I am never very good at going downhill, but I would like to see how this bike gets on, because that was the biggest kind of downside to the old Specialized, was downhill. The front fork just, it wasn't up to it. I was constantly having to service it, so it just wasn't up to the job. So we'll see how this thing gets on and take it from there. Right, I'm new at the top of the wee downhill section. I've just had to come through an absolute friggin' mud bath. As you can see it at the top, I've just came all the way down here. It was friggin' dubby and wheat. So, well, we'll see how we get on here. We'll try stay on the bike and then fall off it. As I said in the last video, guys, I'm no much of a mountain biker, so I'll just take my time and see how we get on. Cheers. Cheers. Oh, okay guys, so just, yeah, it's like night and day, honestly. So, I'll just say it now, guys, I've no idea how that clip there of me coming downhill is going to turn out, because when I got to the bottom of the hill, I'd realised that my GoPro had kind of fallen down a bit. I've bought a new mount for it, because the last vlog I did on the video, all you could see was the friggin' my handlebars in the road. So I'm trying to get the GoPro to sit up a bit more so you can see where I'm actually going, and then just the ground. So I'm hoping I caught most of that downhill bit, but yeah, as I say, guys, I'm never good at going downhill on a mountain bike, and I was feeling a lot more confident coming down that hill on this bike than I was my other bike. So I think for £1,200, which this bike cost me, I'm getting way more for my money than I did with £900 of my Specialized Rockhopper, which was my old mountain bike. If I was to buy that Specialized again, brand new in the shop, I probably wouldn't have paid more than £500 for it, honestly. I just feel that, I'm not saying all Specialized bikes are crap, but definitely they're putting an extra couple of £100 on the price tag just because they can, with them being Specialized, and everybody kind of knows the bike brand Specialized, but there'll probably be a lot of you guys don't even know the bike brand On One and Planet X. So as I said, they build bikes down in Sheffield in England. They have done for years. They've actually got a Black Friday sale on just now. This bike isn't actually on in the sale. I'm actually surprised that companies are doing Black Friday sales, just because there's such a shortage of bikes and bike parts in the UK, and well, probably worldwide right now, just because I think the lockdown and all that, everybody went mental and decided to buy a bike. Whoa! Now we get crushed with that thing, guys.
That wouldn't be very good to get hit by that tractor on it. It's a fair beast of a thing. Aye, so as I was saying, real shortage of bikes just now. This bike definitely needs a dropper post, because as I was saying, I changed my seat post for coming down that hill, and it was just a pain having to, it's not too much of a hassle, but if you were having to take my bag off and take my Allen keys out every time, I would adjust my seat post. So seat post definitely be getting fitted to it, and a new seat. Obviously I can't tell you how long the bike's going to last, all the bits, before it'll need serviced and all that, because this is only the first time I've been out in it. People walking their dogs, slow down. So yeah, I can't really say much on how, but it's an alloy frame bike. On one do make steel frame bikes, which is obviously a lot stronger. Steel frames is obviously a lot stronger, but I just couldn't justify with a steel frame. It's a lot heavier, and I don't really need a strong bike that's going to be a lot heavier. I'd rather have the lighter bike. Now that this bike's getting to snap, I mean, looking at the welds on this bike, it's really is decent welds, strong, really is strong. So we'll see how long it lasts. Just going up this steep hill here, breathing out my backside yet again. Another thing I was going to say, guys, yes, probably noticed either yesterday or at top of the hill, my beard's had a trim. I'm sure some of you will be pleased. It was looking a bit bushy, but it's definitely not coming off. So, because I keep getting comments saying, shave a beard, shave a beard. It's not coming off. It's staying. So as I was saying, guys, I'm just doing the route that I normally do, and then so I can compare the kind of two bikes. But I already know that this bike is definitely, it's 10 times better, honestly. It's night and day. I'm not just saying that. Now I totally get it's not the best bike in the world, you know. It does have maybe its downfalls, like with the seat, but the seat that could easily be changed. The wheels are not that narrow, but they are narrower, a lot narrower. Jesus, I can't even speak right. I'm out of breath. They are a bit narrower than the wheels that were on. Jesus, that's a fair size of digger. There comes, you can see that. So, as I said, aye, the wheels are narrower than my last bike, but they're decent wheels. They're tubeless ready wheels, if you were noticing. Like I said, I don't want to go too much into the specs of this bike because it's not a bike review, because as I said, I'm definitely not in a position to be reviewing bikes. I'm just just kind of crack. So this route's about 13 miles long, just round kind of a tune through a couple of woods and up a hill. It's good. It's good for a fitness kid, with me being such an athlete. Trust me, need to be recording when I almost bail off the bike. I just went out a small jump back here, and again my foot nearly slipped off the pedal. I managed to save it, but I think I am gonna have to get clipless pedals for this bike. I've got the shoes for it. I just need to get the pedals, because like I say, I don't really want my foot to be slipping off the pedal, because it wouldn't be a pretty sight. So my only regret with buying this bike is, guys, that it is that I didn't buy it years ago when I bought my Specialized, because I just feel that we paying £900 for that Specialized, to me it's only worth £5. I mean, to some of you it might be worth what you paid for it, but definitely after riding this bike, yeah, the Specialized just doesn't really cut it for me at all compared to this thing. And as I said, this is not the best bike you could get. I'm sure there's better bikes out there, but as I've said, for the money, you're definitely getting a lot for your money. Definitely. So obviously I'm just biking home now, so I'm going to end this vlog here now. So just do the usual jazz. Thumbs up if you've liked this very interesting vlog by your very own bearded adventurer, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you on